Hello, darlings. Welcome to Their Knife in Your Glands. Sorry to be on the operating table here, but as you know, the BBC has me on such a tight schedule that I'm having to fit this operation in during the coffee break. You don't mind, do you? Actually, you won't miss anything, because we've recorded all the bits, and I'm going to watch it with you.
Isn't this highly irregular, Doctor? Letting a patient watch TV during an operation? Shouldn't he be anaesthetised? You know, asleep?
It's all right, nurse. It's the Kenny Everett television show he's watching. That'll do it.
It's the Kenny Everett television show, starring Kenny Everett. Since now, pass away. This is you. All Farmer and some other guys. And now,
Here, fancy a bit?
Okay. I'll have this bit. Well, what do you think, Doc?
That's pretty grim. I'm afraid there's not much hope.
No, I was talking about the last sketch.
So was I. Here. I think I've got it. Here it is. Look at that.
My God, what is it?
It's the next sketch.
It's a lot less bother than a bother.
Ludwig van Beethoven, 1770, 1827.
Funny looking geezer, isn't he?
New Volkswagen, biggest selling car in Japan. So easy to park.
Miss Lovett, could you come in for a moment, please? Something's just come up.
I'll be right in. I've brought me pad in case you want to do some dictation as well.
Hi, Miss Lovett. Would you come over here, please? There's something I want you to take down.
Yes, it is a bit hot in here, isn't it? Now, what can I do for you?
Well, there's a couple of things I need to handle.
I mean, take something down.
Well, there's several letters, yeah.
You want to give me one now?
Yeah, well, I think we should do the letters first, don't you?
Oh, Mr. Rathbone, you are naughty.
Why, you're going to hold it against me?
Susan, could we stop this sketch, please? It's gone far enough.
What?
It's degrading to women, insulting to the intelligent, smutty and chauvinistic.
Here, who are you to walk in the middle of this fantastic sketch? What's going on here?
I am Mary Hinge from the BBC Standards Department, and I will not have you lowering them. You come on here with this overdeveloped tart, whose only function, as far as I can see, is to act as the butt for your pathetic single entendre gutter remarks. Now, that may have been good enough for the other side, but may I remind you that it is the BBC, and we won't stand for this lowest common denominator, barrel-scraping, filth-ridden, moronic so-called humour, which has no intellectual content whatsoever, and relies solely on the degradation of women, portraying them as sexual objects, and seemingly based on the assumption that anything to do with overdeveloped breasts is funny!
You're only saying that because you ain't got any.
What's this? Scotch mist?
Don't point those fried eggs at me.
Please, this is the BBC.
What do I do? Bloody cheek.
Don't say things like that. Can't you see she's upset?
I'm sorry, I didn't know. I didn't come over me.
It's all right, love. Don't worry.
I was only trying to do my job.
I know.
That's so small.
Well, actually, I like them.
Do you really?
Yeah, you should be proud of your body. After all, you're a woman.
Am I?
Oh, my God.
I bet if you took those glasses off and maybe let that hair down, you could be a star.
You think I'll make it in show business?
You're fantastic, actually.
These clothes will have to go, won't they? What do you think? Is there anything you've got coming off you want me to take down and hold against you, Mr. Rathbone?
Anything you like, Miss Hinge, but let's get something straight between us first. Hold on a minute. This sketch is degrading to men.
Get off, you flat-chested pig.
Hello. I'm Gissa Puke, and you're jealous, right? I went to a punk church the other day and spoke to the Mother Superior. I said, I must confess, I've been nicking things. Like what, she said? I said, like wood. And she said, well, that's no big deal. I said, no, you don't understand. I've been nicking a lot of wood. 2x4s, 4x8s, 8x16s, 16s by a lot. And the Mother Superior looked at me and she said, my son, you will have to make a penance. I said, make a penance? Well, if you got the plans, I got the wood. Hello there, your old mate Reg Do-It-Yourself Truskoff here again with some more helpful tips and handy hints for the DIY gang. Last week, you remember, I showed you how to build this useful wall unit using up some of the excess wood we had left over from the cigar box. And as you can see, this week we'll be talking about safety. Too many of you seem to be getting into trouble with electric tools, like our old friend here, the drill. Do I just start again?
From the drill.
From the drill.
Thank you.
Right, like our old friend here, the drill. First thing to remember, chums, never leave the drill plugged in when you're not using it. Otherwise, there could be a nasty accident. Our old friend, the cross-cut saw. Now, don't leave these lying around, as I've done here to demonstrate. There's a place for everything, and everything in its place. This is where he lives, so let's put him safely away.
Sorry.
Going quite well, really, isn't it? Well, that's where Mr. Crosscut lives. So, DIY fans, that's all for this week. Remember, safety first in the workshop makes for a happy workshop. By the way, have you spotted my trusty crutch? It's beautiful, isn't it? You probably think I bought it from the chemist for about £12. Well, no, sir. Ow. No, sirree. I knocked this up in half an hour this morning. Total cost £1.05. You know it makes sense. Have a good DI week. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Doctor, what do you think?
Wait a minute. You're not the same doctor.
Well, senor, I thought you might like a second opinion.
Doctor, listen to the beat!
Viva, viva,
Always to remember, Glen Kloss Dragon Code when crossing road. First, rook left, then rook right, and then left again, then Kloss. Sisters, we are all gathered here today. To talk about the devil and his ways. The devil and his ways. We're going to beat that devil at his own game. Hallelujah! Hallelujah! He's going to breathe the fire of temptation on you, and it's a bad breath. Like a bolt of lightning and a quick flash. But never forget, children, we're all going to heaven. And love will lead the way, and we won't get lost. Yeah! Not lost!
Good evening and welcome to Focus. Tonight we focus on chronic shyness. And with me in the studio, George Blush, President of the Society for the Chronically Shy. Mr. Blush. Mr. Blush, could you please come out from behind that chair?
No,
But you must.
I don't want to.
Mr. Blush, this is an interview. You've agreed to appear.
I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Didn't.
Mr. Blush, come out now. This is ridiculous. We wrote you a letter.
I didn't get it.
It was delivered to your door.
Well, I can't go to the door. I might meet the postman.
Mr. Blush, this is ridiculous. Pull yourself together.
Don't come near me. Don't come near me.
Mr. Blush, what are you doing now? Good. I thought he'd never go. Next week, in our series on shyness, I'll be talking to Jimmy Savile.
Let's have a little breaky poo. Let's have a little breaky poo. We'll be back in just a sec.
Probably the best luger in the world.
Hello, creeps. Here comes the patter. It don't make sense, but it don't matter. I'll spew out words in a great long stream and whip your little brains to cream. It's a rap. Okay, plebs, you got the gist? Or are you all too bronze and list? Pay attention, sit up straight. Oh, forget it, I can't wait. It's a rap. Well, Tonto, old friend, you've ridden at my side for many years now.
Yes, Kimosabe.
When the going got tough, you were always there at my side.
Yes, Kimosabe.
We've lived, we've laughed, we've cried.
Yes, Kimosabe.
We've traveled each and every highway.
Yes, Kimosabe.
But more, much more than this.
Yes, Kimosabe.
If I catch you looking at Roy Rogers one more time, it's all over between us. You bitch!
Well, here's a place that needs double glazing. Isn't those windows rattling? Isn't those drafts? Take a look at this. Spooky, is it? With double glazing, you get rid of all these rattles, drafts, spooky noises, and